We are headed out on another bee-free adventure. Good morning, friends. You might be wondering where we are this morning. It doesn't look like Bee-Free Acres. And you would be correct. We're on another adventure, and this time we're in North Carolina, and we are headed to Grandfather Mountain. Now, we're staying at a really nice campground. We'll give you a tour of that later. Now, if you've never been here, Grandfather Mountain is famous for its epic views, wild weather, and of course, the mile-high swinging bridge, which sounds fun until you realize it's literally a bridge that moves a mile above sea level. However, if that's the only place you've not been to Grandfather Mountain, in my opinion. You absolutely have to hit the hike if you want to say you've been to Grandfather Mountain. Again, in my opinion. So what is Grandfather Mountain, you might ask?
Well, Grandfather Mountain is actually a mountain in North Carolina, and it's kind of interesting because it's got a privately run part and a state park run part.
It's one of the peaks for the Blue Ridge Mountains, basically.
It's got great hiking. It's got some very challenging hiking.
So basically, the thing that we have found, because we were a little confused, is that to get to Grandfather Mountain, to enjoy Grandfather Mountain and then the different peaks that it has, you have two options. One is to do a privately owned portion of it, which has a wildlife preserve, a nature center. It has a scenic drive, it's got a mile-high swinging pedestrian bridge, and then it has access to all the hikes. Or you can go to the state park side. Now the first one requires tickets, and that's what we're going to today. Or you can hit the state park side, which also allows you to go to all the various hikes, but just from different points and typically a little bit longer. But that one's free. So we are going to visit the Grandfather Nature Preserve. So we're here, but it doesn't open till 9 o'clock. So we got our tickets ahead of time, and we did that online, which I'm kind of glad we did now that I see like we're here and we're actually in a line. But our tickets gave us, we had to choose a 1 hour time period to be able to get into the park. So my guess is it might be busy here. Busier than I thought.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, how you doing?
Got some tickets already.
Yep.
Perfect.
So when we pulled in, they gave us this USB that has an actual, that is like a tour. So I'm guessing we put this into here. Maybe we can hear it. Let's see if it works.
Welcome to Grandfather Mountain, one of the most wonder-filled places.
That's amazing. First up, the Grandfather Trail and Underwood Trail. So we have to fill out this permit and put it in our vehicle before we're even allowed to get on the trail. I'm not gonna lie, having to fill out all of this information and emergency contact prior to this hike makes me slightly nervous. What are we getting ourselves into? We really wanted to do the profile trail, but unfortunately it's still closed from Hurricane Helene that did so much damage here with the floods. So later on we'll show you just how much water was here. There's a spot that you can really see it. So, but nonetheless, so we're doing the Grandfather Trail instead, which also says that it's very strenuous. So we'll see. We attempted to make it all the way to McRae Point, which is the highest point. Emphasis on attempted. This trail is no joke. It's steep, rocky, and has ladders that make you question your life choices, or whether or not you will be able to question your life choices ever again. You would think grandfather means a relaxing hike, like a grandpa stroll. Lies. If you do not return to your vehicle by 5 p.m., a search will be started.
Yeah, that's like the 5th one we've seen. So obviously, people sometimes don't return.
It's really beautiful up here. Prettier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Really pretty. Now we get to start doing some,
We got a boulder right here. Yeah.
So we're gonna get over these rocks. Got some of my new Hokas with the spikes in them. I can climb like a mountain goat. So we've come to the first rope that we have to climb up on that hill. Next, we came to our first set of ladders, like the first of 18 ladders. And our next challenge that we came to was a little tiny crack in the side of the mountain that we had to crawl through. This is a little... This is a bit of a squeeze. Is this the way down to? Is this the way down to?
Yeah, this is a bad choice to have on this. This is a...
After we climbed out of the crack, we were met with our next set of cables.
This is not a hike for a big backpack.
No.
35 pounds of crap in it.
And more ladders. And this was about the time that we realized that this was maybe going to be a bit too much for Kevin's height issues.
Really hard with the backpack. Yeah, no, you can't.
It's really hard to tell with the camera angle here, but I was holding the camera out trying to show just how far down it was. Probably about 300 feet straight down.
So, we're not making it to the top because Kevin's gone a lot. He's done a lot for these heights. And this is just a little too much for him. But this is pretty cool. But there's still 4 more ladders. He's not gonna do that. Still, epic views. Enjoyed it. Now we gotta get down.
Alright, so I've done quite a bit, but I think I'm at the top of my limit here because it's starting to get pretty sketch. You look down here. You kind of got to walk through those little cracks there to get down, and I told myself I'd come as far as I could, and I did. Big mistake bringing a big old backpack with my bear spray and all the good stuff. I normally wear it even when we do small hikes just because I want to make sure that I'm kind of training for, you know, and having the weight just to give me an extra workout, but poor choice here because you're going up these ladders and you feel like that 30-pound backpack's wanting to yank you backwards.
So on the grandfather trail, you come to a Y and you can choose McRae, Point, and I believe it's Callaway?
Yeah.
Or you can do Underwater. Is it Underwater?
Underwood.
Underwood. You know I can't do names of trails. So we did McRae first, went as far as Kevin's heights would allow. And then now we're taking the Underwood trail. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a lot of rock scrambling. I think that's how you say it. Where we're scrambling over rocks. Don't be fooled that the Underwood trail is easy.
Yeah.
It is equally as strenuous and feels like we're going straight up.
Yeah, it's very steep and the footing is very, you just have to really take your time.
but it is beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
And it's a lot of fun. So what I'm understanding is that people come here to the Grandfather Mountain to have an opportunity to do some cool hikes and some strenuous hikes and hikes with some different technical stuff that you don't get other places, like the ladders and the cables. So we have officially come to the end of this hike, the Underwood and the Grandfather Mountain Trail, McRae Peak. Didn't get to the top, but it was super cool.
Yeah.
So let's go through our ratings. Number 1, all trails is absolutely right with it being hard.
Yeah, yeah. It might even need a couple of pluses after that. It's definitely very technical. You have to watch every foot placement everywhere. We just saw a young man wipe out and probably break his wrist. And the good news is he's probably 15 years old, so he'll recover, but you got to be very careful.
So the overall rating for the trail between 1 and 10, we give it a 10.
Definitely.
The trail is well marked. They have the permit, so there's lots of safety precautions. Yep. It's got, you know, the cables and the ladders are in good condition.
Lots of good signage on the trail so you know where you're at.
Yeah, it's a 10.
For wildlife, it gets a 1. We saw 1 mouse. It's such a busy trail that you're just not going to see much probably here.
As far as gems and prizes, this trail gets a 10.
Yeah,
You have like epic scenery, epic scenic overlooks, great places to stop and eat, and with the ladders and the cables and all of that and the scrambling over rocks, it is a 10.
Definitely a 10, yeah. So for the towability scale, we're going to give this one a 7 because if coming down, it's very steep. So if depending on how your shoes fit, my shoes are doing better the ones I have on this time, but it's definitely a lot of straight down.
So now we're going to continue exploring Grandfather Mountain Park, and we're going to go to the Mile High Swinging Bridge.
After conquering, well, part of the trail, we made our way to the visitor center to recover. Easy hike, right?
I'm gonna say even the hike between the Grandfather Mountain Trail and the Swinging Bridge is not easy.
Thank God the profile trail is closed because my legs are feeling it.
At the visitor center, we grabbed the traditional sticker and Christmas ornament because what's an adventure without souvenirs, right? It was pretty busy, but it had that fun, everyone's here for the views vibe. Next stop, the Mile High Swinging Bridge. So I said you have to do the hike, but you also have to do the Mile High Swinging Bridge. You can't come to Grandfather Mountain and not test your courage on this thing as well. It swings, it creaks, and it's 1,000 feet of pure, don't look down energy. After crossing, we hiked up to the peak next to the bridge because if you're already a mile high, why not add a few more feet? Okay, so it's definitely gotten busy here. This is not a place you're coming to find solitude and be by yourself. But now we are going to do this scenic drive with this little jump drive that they gave you. And then we are going to head to the area that has the Discovery Center and the animals. And there's a bunch of picnic places here too. Hopefully we can find a picnic place because I'm so hungry.
I'll tell you what, that was how many miles?
It was only like almost 4 miles that we went, but it took us like 4 hours. So it was strenuous.
It felt like 8. It did.
We had a picnic at Cliffside Scenic Point, which might just be one of the best lunch views in North Carolina. After that, we headed to the Discovery Center and the animal habitats. They've got black bears, otters, cougars, basically all the mountain locals. At least we were told they did. It's a fun stop to learn a little and relax after all the hiking and heart-pounding bridge walking. At the end of the day, we headed back to our campground to unwind.
So we are staying at Mountain Family Campground, and we have a little site right next to the river. We can hear the river all night long. It is so nice. We have a fantastic site. One thing, when Helene came through, this entire campground was underwater. We're gonna show you where the water line was. They've really done a good job rebuilding everything, but wow.
So if you look behind me, you can see the water line where Helene was. The water was so high, it would have been above the actual level of the bridge over here as well.
I just can't imagine water being that high. That would be so scary.
I'm gonna go stand next to it and give you an idea.
Wow. It's no wonder that they lost everything here and they've had to rebuild everything. You'll notice that the office is kind of a temporary building as well as the showers. Just devastating. I can't even imagine it.
And I'm 6 feet tall, so you know, I just very, very high.
A big part of each adventure we take is about challenging ourselves, enjoying nature, and being free. Even though we didn't make it all the way to the top, we enjoyed every step of the journey. We faced fears, pushed our limits, and soaked in some epic scenery. We laughed, we learned, and we left feeling proud, because sometimes the best adventures aren't about reaching the summit, they're about finding freedom along the way. Get out there, have an adventure, and be free. See you in the next adventure.